Have you ever wondered how Trey plays a blazing fast line like this? Or how he does these really quick moving arpeggios? Or how about phrases like these that spell out the climax of a great lead part? Let's all take a look at how Trey shreds. The first example that we'll look at here from Lizards has a minor arpeggio, which will be like this: 5th fret of G to 1st fret of G to 3rd fret of D. So that's this wider kind of shape. The major arpeggio will be this shape. We'll have, if we were in this position, 5th fret of G, 2nd fret of G, 3rd fret of D. Now, it's not going to actually do that position, but that shape will be applicable. So what we're going to do here is do triplets. We're going to have 2 ups on the 5th fret, a pull off to the 1st fret of G, followed by 2 downs that are going to go in one motion. So even though you're playing 2 downs, it's one motion that does it, and that's the key to being able to play this really fast. So we have the ups, pull off, down, down. So once we get it flowing, it'll be like this. And even if it's the major arpeggio shape, it will follow that same picking pattern. So one of the keys is that it uses simple arpeggio forms. The second key is that it uses a consistent picking pattern throughout the whole thing. So that part's on autopilot, and all you have to do is focus on where to move your hand and if it's the major or the minor shape that you're playing at that time. For David Bowie, we're going to use the same exact 2 shapes. We're going to have a major shape that happens a couple times, and then a minor shape for the arpeggios. The major shape will start with an up on the 15th fret of E. Then we immediately pull off to the 12th fret and do 2 downs, just like the Lizards lick. This time it'll be 13 of B, followed by 12 of E. But like before, even though it's 2 picks that happen, technically it's one motion. That's where the speed comes in. So we have an up, down, up, down, up, down, up, with that pull off. The pull off is the key. So up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So we're going to move from the first position here on the 15th fret up to the same shape starting on the 17th fret. So you'll have 17 on and up, pull off to 14 of E, 2 downs from 15 of B to 14 of E. So that's the exact same. And then we're going to have 2 measures of the minor shape. So in this case, we're going to be up on the 19th fret of the E string, pulling off to the 15th fret. So we start with the up, pull off, and then down on 17 of B to 15 of E, and then you just repeat that. Just like that. So for each measure, we're going to do 4 of those phrases. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you would do that twice in a row. I saved riff for last because in a lot of ways I think it's the most difficult. We don't just have major or minor arpeggios, but they kind of change inside of the arpeggios, and I'll show you what I mean here. If we look at the very first lick in this phrase, or in this section, we're going to start with 2 downs on the 16th fret of the E string. We're going to map out an E major arpeggio. We're going to go down, up, pull off to 12 of E to 12 of B on a down. Now, that's the first one, but if I'm going to play the first couple and you'll see what I mean here. We're going to do an E major, down, up, pull off, down. Then we do this kind of sus2 version. Then back to E, sus4. So it's not just as simple as staying with one shape. This one moves around inside of the arpeggio and moves around positions. So it's a pretty big challenge, and the picking I find is the most difficult out of the 3 examples so far. It just requires a little more articulation and being really exact. Let me just play that first phrase again a couple times so you can get the hang of the picking. So here's a major arpeggio we're going to use. So down, up, pull off, down, up, pull off, down. I would recommend just getting to know that one phrase. So you want to be able to do that really fluidly. Thank you so much for watching the lesson. I hope you found it helpful. And be sure to subscribe to the channel for future videos. If you want to support the work I'm doing, you can join me at patreon.com/Phish Guitar Lessons and become a member there. You can like the videos or share them with someone you think might be interested, and I appreciate it a ton. Thanks so much.